Sleep deprivation costs the American economy $411 billion a year. The sleep industry, mattresses, supplements, trackers, apps, pulls in $432 billion. That is not a coincidence. That is a business model. One side exhausts you. The other side sells you the cure. And right now, both sides are growing. You spend roughly 26 years of your life asleep, a third of your entire existence. And for most of human history, that cost nothing. You closed your eyes, you slept. Nobody sent you an invoice. Today, the average American household spends over $1,000 a year on sleep-related products. Mattresses, pillows, weighted blankets, melatonin gummies, apps that play rain sounds, a smart ring that costs $300 and then charges you $6 a month to see your own sleep data. Sleep became a product, and the industry selling it to you is worth $432 billion globally. That is bigger than the global movie industry, bigger than the global video game industry. So where does all that money actually go? Start with what you sleep on. The global mattress market is worth $34.5 billion. And for decades, it was one of the most opaque industries in consumer retail. Traditional mattress retailers operated on gross margins of 50% or higher. The foam, the springs, the fabric, a fraction of what you paid. The rest was showroom rent, sales commissions, and marketing. And here's the trick that kept the whole thing running. Every retailer gave the same mattress a different name. You physically could not comparison shop. A Serta at one store had a different model name at the next, same materials, same construction, different label, different price. Then, the bed-in-a-box companies showed up. Casper, Purple, Tuft, and Needle. They promised to fix everything. Ship direct, cut the middleman, transparent pricing. Casper hit $1 billion valuation. The mattress startup was a unicorn. Then it went public in February 2020 at $12 a share, already slashed from a target of 17 to 19. 21 months later, private equity bought it back at $6.90. The company that was supposed to disrupt the mattress industry lost 70% of its value and got pulled off the market. Meanwhile, the mattress industry's margins barely moved, 50%, still. But mattresses are only the foundation. The real growth is in what goes on top of the mattress. Sleep supplements are a $7.5 billion market, and the star of the show is melatonin. Here is what most people do not know about melatonin. In the United States, it is classified as a dietary supplement, not a drug. That means the FDA does not test it before it hits the shelf. No purity check, no dosage verification, nothing. Researchers tested commercially available melatonin supplements and found the actual content ranged from negative 83% to positive 478% of what the label claimed. Some pills had almost 5 times the stated dose, others had essentially none, and 26% of the supplements tested contained serotonin, a hormone that was never supposed to be there. The effective dose of melatonin is 0.2 to 0.3 milligrams. Most supplements sell 3, 5, even 10 milligrams. And the clinical evidence? Melatonin helps users fall asleep roughly 7 minutes faster than placebo. 7 minutes. That is the product anchoring a multi-billion-dollar category. Now stack the technology on top. The wearable sleep tracker market hit $15.1 billion in 2024. Oura alone raised $900 million in its last funding round and expects to hit $1 billion in revenue. They have sold 5.5 million rings. But here's the irony researchers are starting to document. Sleep trackers can actually make your sleep worse. The clinical term is orthosomnia, anxiety caused by obsessing over your sleep score. You pay $300 for a device, and it makes the problem it was supposed to solve more stressful. Pull the camera back. The CDC says 1 in 3 American adults does not get enough sleep. 50 to 70 million Americans have a diagnosed sleep disorder. And the economic damage is staggering. 1.2 million working days lost to fatigue every year. A Rand Corporation study calculated that sleep deprivation drains $411 billion from the U.S. economy annually. That is 2.28% of GDP gone because people are tired. Now look at the other side. The global sleep economy is $432 billion. Mattresses, supplements, trackers, weighted blankets, sleep tourism, an entire ecosystem monetizing exhaustion, and every segment is growing. Sleep tech at 16% annually, supplements at 5%, weighted blankets at 9%. Even sleep tourism is a market now. Luxury hotels charge $3,000 to $15,000 for week-long sleep retreats. One Swiss clinic charges $6,000 for a medical sleep program. Accommodations not included. The system is circular. Overwork and screen culture deprive people of sleep. That deprivation costs the economy hundreds of billions. And a parallel industry worth hundreds of billions sells solutions, most of which address symptoms, not causes. The worse people sleep, the bigger the market gets. Growth is structurally guaranteed. The sleep industry is not fixing a problem. It is organized around a problem, and the math reveals the design. If every American sleeping under 6 hours increased to 7, the economy would gain $226 billion. That single change would be worth more than the entire mattress industry, supplement industry, and sleep tracker market combined. But no one is selling you an extra hour of sleep. They are selling you a $300 ring, a $50 bottle of gummies with an unknown dose, a $2,000 mattress made of $200 foam, $432 billion. Not to help you sleep, to help you try. That is the business of sleep, an industry that grows when you do not rest. If you think selling rest is strange, wait until you see how one company made billions selling light bulbs designed to burn out. That one is next. Subscribe so you do not miss it.